Right, early morning through the city, or the town, or whatever this is, and just about to head out on the 13 Bends of Death. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf on a very quiet Sunday morning. Away with the birds, just a few vehicles in the big, bad, sprawling metropolis that is Reading in Berkshire. Well, anyway, just heading out onto some back roads here on a road quite notorious in the emergency services world as the 13 Bends of Death, because there's historically been a lot of accidents, lots of car crashes and bike crashes on this road because there's lots of twisty turns. Anyway, so I thought I'd come and take one of my first proper rides, or commuting rides, on here. And actually my commute is not usually this way at all. I go another way completely. I thought it's a nice cool morning, fresh morning, so I thought I'd come and give it a go and have a little chat. Now, one of the reasons why I chose the Sport Glide is that it's overall versatility. You know, there were other couple of Harleys or bikes in general that I looked at that obviously would be just as good, but obviously I love the look of this, but it had to fit into my lifestyle. So when I rode the Street Bob, I love that bike. I wasn't too keen on the looks anymore, on the new Street Bob that is, with that small tank, but in terms of ride, it was a brilliant ride. Same with the Softail Slim. Love that bike, thought it was great, but I just didn't think it would fit in with my kind of lifestyle. And I've been asked to do a direct comparison between this, the Sport Glide, and the Slim, which I'll do at some point. But anyway, so you know, I'm going to ride with the bags on all the time, and pretty much I would say, and that's usually because I'm going to carry some stuff with me. Now, I've got used to riding with boxes on the back and just sticking my rucksack, my work rucksack, in there, as opposed to carrying it on my shoulders, on my back, where I suppose it's supposed to be. I've found that these panniers already are just slightly too small. You have to fit the rucksack in a proper way, or in a specific way, otherwise it won't fit in, which is a bit annoying. But anyway, I'm sure I can get around that, that's no problem. But anyway, it does fit. Just takes a bit of jiggery pokery. Anyway, so last night I'm obviously still feeling very precious. You know, the bike cover came on, and I hooked up the battery to my trickle charger Optimate, and oh yes, I was getting very concerned for about a few hours because the trickle charge was on amber for about 5 hours, 6 hours, and I was thinking, what the hell's going on here? I've just a brand new bike, it shouldn't need much charging at all, and I've been riding it every day. But there you go, it was all fine and dandy this morning. Greens across the board, green lights across the board, so my battery is in tip-top condition, which is great. Now, you know, honestly, I don't think I need the trickle charge because I'm going to be riding this bike every day. However, when I'm, let's say, I have to go away for work or on leave, or let's say you know, I've got other things to do because I'm planning to get another bike, an off-road or winter hack bike, then possibly I won't be using this much in the winter, but I don't know, I still plan to ride it throughout the winter. Anyway, so this is the 13 Bends of Death, just coming up here, and I've got to say there's some great back roads around here. You know, not just this road here, which is coming to the main road, but they've got spur roads coming off. Used to do a lot of riding around here, but you can see what it's like, you know, nice sweeping bends, and it kind of lulls people into a false sense of security, you know, about you know, you're misjudging the bends, you know, late at night, whatever, people have been tired or they're drinking or whatever, they lose it on the bend. nice. Lovely, look at this sweeping. A road through the trees is always a nice thing. Anyway, so yeah, getting back to the bike. So the bike was, you know, it's the versatility I wanted. I wanted the bags. I wanted it to be a commuter bike. I wanted a bike that I could feel that I could change the look of without actually having to spend any money. So when I realised that obviously these bags were detachable, as they all are, and the front fairing would come off with a couple of clips, you pretty much changed the look of the bike. And dare I say it, without the fairing and without the bags, it kind of looks a little bit back to a bobber. It's almost slim like, you know. So I thought, actually, this bike, I can have a bit of everything. It'll be a good commuter bike. It'll be, you know, a half decent tourer, you know, strapping things to it. It'll be good for taking my good lady on the back every now and again. And also, I think it's going to be comfortable enough and a good riding position for some of my long distance endurance rides, which I've always planned to get back to, and I think I will. So anyway, more about that on another video. But so that's one of the reasons why I chose it. You know, it's kind of its all-round game, and I think it's got all-round game, this bike. And I say I'm still in there running in mode, breaking it in. It's say a bit of a detailed way you've got to do it, but just got over 50 miles. Pretty much another running in for another 450 miles. I'll do that in a day, a couple of days really. Well, actually I'll be working the next couple of days, but soon after this week I'll go through that. And I think the guy already at the dealership said, yeah, you ride quite a lot. I think you're gonna have to book yours in quite early, your servicing. So I think I will actually. But anyway, beauty. I've got to say, this just rolls through the bends. It's really nice. This seat as well, as I said when I first got it, the seat is quite sort of padded at the rear, gives you a bit of lumbar protection, a bit of you know, coccyx protection, so it helps a little bit, just to offer that little bit of support, you know. It's quite comfortable. I wouldn't say it's a very soft seat, but actually that's what you want on a long ride. You don't want a really, you know, soft seat. You want a seat that offers a bit of resistance. You know, there's a nice bit of cushion there. I found yesterday when I was actually riding it around, I was actually moving my bum around quite a lot. I was trying to find a sweet spot. Look, this is all getting to know the bike, of course. I think with the riding position with your feet forward as well, you know, you're kind of putting extra stress on the back of your arse a little bit as well. So you know, that's gonna, you know, that's gonna add to the pressure that you're gonna feel, especially after a few hours riding. What I really like about these forward controls is the foot pegs. I know the foot pegs are just standard stuff, but you compare these to the Fat Bob. The Fat Bob have got dinky small little foot pegs, and you just don't feel that your feet are planted on there, whereas these, you just feel that they're resting on there, they're planted. Look, if you want a great foot position, get the Slim, because that's got the footboards, the floorboards, and it's really comfortable, that is. I think that's the thing with any bike, isn't it? And we all know this. You've got to get a bike that fits in with your kind of riding. So I could say I love the Street Bulb. I could say I like a CBO. I could say I like a Softail Slim. But actually, it's the bike that fits in with the way you're riding, your lifestyle, and obviously the way, you know, if you like the look of that bike as well. and if you want to go for a different, you know, particular style of riding. So, you know, it's very hard to say which is a better bike. Softail Slim, Street Bob, you know, this bike, Sport Glide, whatever. Very hard, very difficult. Because it's a personal thing, isn't it? It's just a personal choice at the end of the day. I can tell you what I feel, but you know, not anybody else. What's this? Ah, it's a little rally. They call it a steam rally. Yeah, old tractors and vehicles. Hadn't realised it was on today. No wonder there's quite a few vehicles on the road. Well, so this has been the Sunday morning ride, the 13 bends of death. Out to the Oxfordshire countryside. Lovely. Right, coming to the end of it now. Yeah, another full day at work. God, I shouldn't be working on a Sunday, but there you go, that's the life. Right, well, catch you on the next video, whenever that is. Check out the website, RevelatorAlf.com. Give it a thumbs up, share and like and all that kind of stuff. And I'll catch you on the next video as well, why not? Beautiful. Feel the roar! Well, not really, but there you go. Ta-da now.